Welcome, welcome to the Bhava Spiritual Mission Energies Forecast for May 2024. Hi, everybody. Oh, I'm in my van and I bonked my head because it's a really small space here. Let's try this again. I'm day one back in my van. I'm so excited and it's not going very well. And that's okay. That's part of the experience. So if you're joining in, welcome, welcome. Please leave a comment and let us know you're here. We are the Bhava Spiritual Mission. We are the alumni ministry, and one of our soon-to-be graduate students, Mr. Beautiful Bob Becker, is joining us to channel the energies today. So this is really fun. Yeah! All right, all right. So fair warning, my internet is up and down a little bit. So beautiful Linda, raise your hand, is going to take over for me if I start to go. So we're going to tag team back and forth. So really quickly, let's go around and introduce ourselves, and then we'll go into a grounding meditation, and then we'll go into the channeling. Lou, my love, let's start with you.
Sure. I'm Lou Martin, and I'm coming to you from West Cork, Ireland, and I'm a big fan of Bhava and what we get to do here. So I'm very glad to be here today. Thank you.
Awesome. We are a big fan of you. Thank you, beautiful Lou. Nikki.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm based out of the Pacific Northwest. I started with Bhava in the beginning, and then now I'm back on the alumni team, which I love. It's so great, and I'm also a medium.
Yes, you are. Thank you so much, darling. Kick-ass medium too. Beautiful Bob.
Hello, I am Bob Becker. I am a student at the Bhava certification program, and I am so pleased to be around all of these people guiding me and allowing me to be here with them today.
Thank you, Bob. We're so happy that you're here. You absolutely belong here. Such a great energy. Thank you, darling. Okay, Heather, my love.
Hello. So I am Heather Foster. I am in South Carolina. My journey was originally in California, where I was born, where I met Ingrid. And super happy to be here. I graduated in 2021 with the alumni, and I'm excited to see what energies we pull through for me.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, beautiful Heather. And last but not least, the amazing, the wonderful, the it girl, Linda Mullen.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I had to.
It's okay. I'm Linda. I'm usually in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, but I'm visiting family in Northern California right now. And I'm been with Bhava for 5 or 6 years now, and I'm a medium, and now I'm part of the alumni and loving it.
She's also part of the leadership team. She's on the board of directors, and she helps run shit, and she's really good at it. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Ingrid.
Okay. All righty. So if you're brand new here, my name is Ingrid H. Turner. I am the founder of the Bhava Spiritual Mission. It is our community. We are absolutely open for enrollment. You can go to the Bhava Spiritual Mission website that is linked in the description of the video and fill out an application if you'd like to explore our programs and what we're about. We'd love to talk to you. Every month, the first Monday of the month, the alumni group, whoever is available and aligned, hops on to channel the energies for the month ahead. So we're going to channel the energies for May 2024. None of us have talked about it beforehand. We all just jumped on at the last minute, and we're going to channel live for you here. Now, if you're watching this broadcast and you're feeling, ooh, yummy, right? There's a full body yes for you. You're aligned with our energy. And that means you are being activated to channel. One of the things that happens when channels get together is they activate each other and we become better channels, more open channels. That is true digitally as well, because spirit doesn't care a thing about time or space. So please join us in our grounding meditation, join us in our channeling process, in our automatic writing, and whatever you get, anything that comes through for you, please leave a comment and add it so that you can help us all understand what is coming through from spirit. It's like a patchwork quilt. Spirit comes through the lens of your perspective in each of us. And we each have that lens, and the thread is the same. And then we get additional information based on our own lived experience that we get to put together. So you have no idea what your message could bring together for somebody watching the live stream or watching the replay, scrolling through the comments, and certainly for one of us. So we encourage you to please jump in, chime in, share, be a part of this process. Okay. Kelsey says, hey, I didn't know Bob was doing this. Yay. Kelsey, will you please put a note in the WhatsApp group that this is happening? Thank you, honey. I've had a day. Kelsey is also one of our students, one of our Bhava babes, and she was on here a couple of months ago with us, kicking ass and channeling divine spirit. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and ground in. I'm going to ask, since my Wi-Fi is a little funny, I would like to ask Heather to lead us in our grounding meditation. Are you up for that, Heather?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, kick butt. So once we get through that grounding meditation, we're going to go silent and we're going to take 10 minutes and we're going to do our automatic writing process and we're going to channel the energies for the month ahead. And again, please join us. So Heather.
All right. Go ahead and close your eyes and get comfortable. And take a deep breath in and release any stress that you have in your body. Feeling into your heart center. You can come into prayer mode or just feel into that energy in the middle of your heart center. And we'd like to invite all spirit guides, guardian angels, and anyone with our greater good to meet with us today, to join the prayer circle, and to help us channel the energies for May. Let us release anything from the day that is attached to our body, pulling any cords where necessary. Feel deeply within your body and make sure you're pulling by the root as you feel called. And at this time, we'd like to go ahead and move up toward the crown, feeling our aura in this exact moment, and feeling into the energy of the room. We'd like to invite anybody on the call to also pull in their spirit guides as they feel inclined, and add any comments as it comes through. And at this time, I'd like to imagine that we are in a circle, that we're all holding hands, feeling into this exact present moment in time, and to set an intention of the call to feel into anything that is needed for our greater purpose, our calling, our life on this earth as human beings. Please show us any signs, symbols, and help us to use all of our clairs where necessary to see, hear, feel anything that gives us insight into the month to come. Let us let go of any stories, anything that is not for our divine purpose, and just be. Thank you for joining us. And at this time, I'd like to go ahead and open up the floor to the Bhava alumni and our students. Thank you.
Thank you, beautiful Heather. That was gorgeous. Okay. Let me put our banner up so people know what we're doing. All right, my loves, I'm setting a timer for 10 minutes and let's go ahead and channel and see what's coming up. And begin. Thank you, loves. All right, go ahead and wrap it up. And I went ahead and muted everybody just to like get rid of the background noise. So if you can go ahead and unmute yourself now. Okay. All right, we are going to go around and share the messages we received from Spirit. Again, none of us have talked to each other. We don't know what anybody else is pulling through. We just showed up and went, here we go. So let's see what happens here. Okay, beautiful Linda, would you mind kicking us off?
Oh boy. I had some difficulty today. I kept seeing myself walking through the grass on my yard in the sun. And so I was trying to extrapolate what that could be. And I got be open to what is to come. Cherish what you have and focus on the beauty we are present to. Get out in the sun, get your feet in the grass, live in the moment, enjoy the now, let go of what is weighing you down. It doesn't serve you. Joy begets joy, happiness begets happiness. Focus on the good things. Tap into the vast positive energy available to you.
All right. That doesn't sound like you had too much difficulty. Sounds like you got into the swing of things there.
Eventually.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what it is, right? That's what we learn how to do. It's like we learn how to very intentionally move aside and tap in. And some days it's easier than other days. Some days you were like in the flow, other days like, okay, I gotta really get present here. So thank you for that. And thank you for your vulnerability there. Heather.
Yes. I got some of the same energy you got, Linda. So I definitely kept seeing a lot of sunshine. So I got spring is in full bloom, time for new beginnings. I saw cute little bunny rabbits kind of just hopping around, smiling in the sunshine. I got it's very important to soak in the sun and get your vitamin D. I saw lots of blooming flowers, specifically, sunflowers and very bright, big flowers. Get out in nature and let go of anything that's making you feel cooped up, especially like if you're feeling too much human energy. Get out and clear that, especially you empaths. Be alone in nature. We are very much in a time of new beginnings, hence the rabbit in the beginning of my channeling. Be okay with not knowing. It's all by design. Set intentions daily if needed and just flow, baby, flow. Be okay to ask for help as needed. You do not have to do anything alone. In fact, you are not meant to. And then I kept hearing this song by Sheryl Crow, Soak Up the Sun. So go play that song if you need to. And that is the end of my message.
I have throat chakra issues. Okay, can you all hear me? I just gotta notice that my connection is a little wonky. We good now?
Yeah, I think you're good now.
Okay, great. All right, beautiful Bob.
Okay, mine started off with actually a picture of city streets with people running around frantically, and the message came through: "Is your spring cleaning done?" And I'm feeling that there's a lot of old energy out there to be purged, a lot of cleansing to be done before we can receive what's coming. But I felt that that's such a beautiful energy that's on its way. And I saw streets full of people standing side by side, almost like a concert. And everyone was hand in hand. And I can't even read my own writing.
It goes fast, huh?
I feel that those that have done their work were reaching out to guide those that were still in need. And then I got a feeling of oneness that kind of just washed over me. And it said, remembering we are never alone in our path. Messages can come in casual conversations with strangers or directly from spirit.
Yeah.
Be open to receive. And then when you're ready, and I saw my hand reach out to the next person.
Mm.
And then the last message that came through said, free yourself to be yourself.
Nice.
I love it. I love it. All right, beautiful. Okay, Nikki.
I'm loving this channel because we're tapping in together, man. Because what is so funny is the very first word I wrote down was freedom, and like underlined it twice. And so I love that was brought up. That's awesome. But I got free yourself from what's locking you in or holding you down. Waves of energy and light are coming into fruition with hope and joy, unconditional, loving joy and happiness. Now is the time to express yourself, your desires, your wants, wishes, and things that make you utterly happy. There is a tension approaching, and it's not here to stay, but it's here to test your abilities to handle it. Stay in a state of strength and listen to your internal guidance system. Focus on the freedom that is held in that space for you. Enjoy and embrace the energy of the weather that came up. I was like, really, Spirit? Okay, all right. It showed me rain. I'm like, okay, which is not uncommon here in the Pacific Northwest. It's a rainy day, but it was like, no matter where you are, May is a time of transformation and to tap into that energy of the weather if you feel drawn to it. So it can be little things like just standing in the rain, moving through it, looking up and feeling the energy of the sun shine down on your skin, tapping into your soul, and then I got your freedom again. And then I got this, I thought was kind of interesting. Live life every day like it's a Saturday. And I was like, okay. It's like, because it's like represents like a time of freedom. There's endless opportunities, and sometimes the time to get chores done. And I got that about like get what you need to get done, like, energy, and new energy will be coming back in. And another thing that I was getting told, and I'm not sure if a lot of people do this, but I personally do this in my home, but I use door dust, and like find it from some witchcraft practitioners on Etsy. But there's different types of door dust. There's like harmony for your home, protection, luck, abundance. And I just got this image of like, it's a good time to like sprinkle that door dust. And then I tapped into some of the energy of the full moon that's coming up May 23rd. It's the flower moon. So this full moon is all about bringing endless amounts of potential. This is the time to feel good and do good things. Lean into free thinking fully and spreading cheerfulness. Focus on happiness and being content with yourself. It's about joy, self-love, attracting positive energy, and luck. And being optimistic in any situation. And then I got that if you worked with crystals, emerald is a great crystal to work with. And then if you work with trees, hawthorn is a great tree to work with. So that's what I got.
Awesome. Thank you, my love. Okay, take us home, Lou. Well, almost.
Well, I want Nikki's one. I'm going to borrow from Nikki's. That was so exciting. Thank you. They're all great. They're all great. Sure. Thank you, Ingrid. This is the only time I ever do this. Is this writing exercise. So it's always a joy here. All right, here's mine. Turbulent winds of change, seeking deeper truths. Forgiveness holds the key. Courage to face the deep blue ocean and set sail upon the waves. Letting go, letting God, trusting in the sacred moment. Ancestors speak and walk among us. Freedom for new beginnings, synchronicity, understanding, living in wisdom, and honoring harmony. The tribe of many colors comes alive. Present visionaries abound. Songs of grief, healing, love, and joy. The miraculous power of trust, peacekeeping, bridging the worlds consciously, calling down the moon and the angels of grace and goodness. Goodness came up. Powerful light of ascension to higher places and beings of faith, magic, and miracles.
Poetry, my love. Fantastic. Thank you.
My friend. Pleasure.
Okay. So the first thing I felt when I tapped in was the throat chakra and then the crown chakra. And when I started writing, here's what came through. God's source divine energy is coming through more and more strongly on your planet through you, and you are going to be asked to express the Godness more and more consistently.
Beautiful.
This looks like kindness in the face of other people's pain and projections. This looks like patience with others' impatience and their pain. This looks like taking nothing personally. This looks like forgiveness. Incidentally, you will be experiencing a lot of people not being kind, being impatient, projecting, blaming in their pain, and unforgiving. These fear responses are being amplified because the love of God is swelling in all humans. And then Spirit came through and all caps said, all humans. The love is ferreting out the fear, and the response will be resistance to that fear. You, beloved, must relax and choose. Choose love, kindness, patience, forgiveness. The more people who choose that expression of love in the swell of their fear, the more you will unlock it in everyone around you. One interaction of love ripples out to thousands. We cannot stress enough the importance of choosing love over fear. And this month, actively expressing that love, even in the face of your own fear and other people's fear, you are the mouthpiece for God, but you have to choose it every moment.
Beautiful.
Nice.
All right.
Righteous and holy.
And it's 3:33 Central Time where I am. So that's good and powerful. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you all so very much. Does anybody have anything to add?
Well, just very briefly, May is a hugely spiritual month. Saint Germain's Day is on the 1st of May. On the 5th of May, we have the 5-5 Gateway. And for me, May was Wesak, where I would go up to Mount Shasta and meet Joshua David Stone and all these cool people there for a few years. And that was life-changing and a sweet memory of this time. And Wesak is when the Ascended Masters come down to the Wesak Valley in the Himalayas and celebrate Buddha's birthday. So it's a very, very powerful month. And it's a big connection with the Pleiades as well. And they've been a huge influence for me as well. So yeah, May is rocking.
May is rocking. I think that there's a strong energy. There's a strong energy of choice that we all brought through. Would you guys agree with that? That happiness begets happiness, like you said, Linda. It's like you have to choose it and then you experience it. That's beautiful.
And Ingrid, what you just said, Darlene, about people are raw, and to hold our space. That's as I said. I'm seeing that. I'm like, that's coming in hot and heavy, and it's like, whoa. Okay.
So I have a story to share. I think I'm glad you said that. I have a story to share that very much related to what I pulled through. And when I was pulling this through, I was like, oh, okay, yes, you slapped me in the face with that today. Okay, we're going to keep going with it. I was driving down the road and my windshield wiper busted right when I was passing an AutoZone, which was good because then I could just go in and get a windshield wiper. So I was like, look at me, I'm such a lucky bitch. And I pull in and I go into AutoZone and I take my windshield wiper and I say, okay, I'd like to get a new windshield wiper. I want to get the same one, da, 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 da. So I'm fully expecting to be like, have my hand held through this. I always get my hand held at AutoZone through it, it's like no big deal. Well, this woman who was helping me was so rude. She was so mean and she was so unkind. And I was so mad. I wasn't hurt. I was mad. I was like, what the hell? So I bought my windshield wiper and I put it on and I did fine. But I was so mad. I was like, I'm going to call and complain about that woman. That woman should not be doing customer service. And I was just spinning about it. And then I went to the grocery store and I felt my energy, like my frequency, like broadcasting this, like, be nasty to me energy. I was like, well, I gotta shut that down because I do not want to go into that grocery store and deal with more nonsense. But it was such a cool experience to like really see, like feel how clearly my energy was going to attract that right to me because I'd had one experience of it. So I grounded it in, I got present, went to the grocery store, perfectly pleasant, came out, went to the gas station, got some gas. And then as I was pulling out, this car that was pulling out in front of me, and you know what his license plate was? Forgiveness.
Oh.
Okay, fine. So that's what I did. I went, all right, cool. So I grounded that in and I tapped into that energy of forgiveness. And I feel complete with that experience. But God, man, what a gift. Spirit gives us every single moment when we are open to it, we get to choose it. I did not choose love in that moment with that woman because I shot back at her because I was mad. But I get to see it, and then I get to do better next time. I get to make a different choice next time, right? Yeah. Anyway, there's my little story. Thanks.
Beautiful.
Be nice to
Beautiful.
each other.
Well, can I share mine very, very briefly?
Yep,
I mentioned
please.
it too. I told Ingrid before we got on, guys, this is just crazy. So, I mean, I'm a political animal, and I have opinions about things, and I read things, and then I think I know which way is up and all that. So anyway, I have these thoughts about America, God love us, and about my adopted country here of Ireland. Well, who did I get to talk to today but the president of the country, the president of Ireland? I met this chap having a swim on my walk along the coast here. So here, he and I have the same surname. His name is Mehal Martin, and it was lovely. It was lovely. I was flattered. It was just a moment. But
you kind of have feelings about his politics, right? Yet
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I would be shouting at the screen if he was on the screen. It's like that.
Right.
Like you said, it's like life was going. Look, my friend, it's not always what's in your head. You see, there's more going on here. So that was my gift from the universe. To treat everyone with a bit more humanity and compassion and respect. So that would help.
Thank you, Lou. Hey, Heather, this is an old story, but you have a story, the parking spot guy. Would you tell that story? Because it beautifully illustrates what we're talking about right now. And then I'm going to see I saw your hand pop up.
Yeah. So I remember this very clearly. I was going to an appointment to see like a chiropractor in town, and it happened to be in Grass Valley, which is where Ingrid and I met. And there was a lot going on. There was a lot of commotion. There was like an ambulance, and I ended up having to park in this dentist's office. And I don't normally do that, but I pulled in, and I'm like, I just got to get to my appointment. And I parked, and I went to the appointment, and I came out. Well, the dentist comes out, and he's like, he is just mad. There's no one in the parking lot, but maybe one other car, but he's mad that I parked in his parking lot. And he comes up to me and he approaches me, and I was like, I could feel the energy off of him. He was just angry. And I sort of stepped back a little bit, but I was in this calm, like happy state because I had just gone to this like energy pulling type of thing with this chiropractor. He does really neat energy stuff. And I looked at him, and I was just kind of like listening to his body. And he's like, you shouldn't be parking in this space, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at him, and I was like, I said, I'm sorry that this happens to you. I'm like, this happens all the time. And he's like, yeah. And I said, I'm sorry about that. And he looked at me, and he was just kind of like shocked that I apologized, I think. And just his complete demeanor changed. And I was like, I said, it sounds like you're going through a really hard time. And he just stopped, and he actually looked at me for a minute, and then he started crying. And he said, I'm so sorry that I took this day out on you. He's like, I just had a really bad patient. Yeah, he just lost a family member. And he just started crying. So he went from complete anger to like refocused and then just bawling. And it was like, I don't remember if we hugged. We might have hugged at the end, but I was like, whoa, complete shift. And I told him, I said, I was just next door at your neighbor's. I said, he's a chiropractor. I said, have you met him before? I said, he's really cool. And he's like, no, I'll have to go over there and talk to him. Just a complete change, complete 360.
So that is incredible. That is such an incredible story, Heather. And I want to say this, like that is very much the energy of what I'm pulling through right now, just collectively. Like we're all getting the opportunity to do that more effectively. So I'm remembering that story this month. I'm going to like put a Post-it note somewhere in my van and be like, Heather, Heather's story. But the other thing is it won't always go like that. When you lead with love and you make that choice, and that's okay. It's still going to heal and ripple out where it needs to go. It's still going to change things. Sometimes it doesn't happen that fast in front of you. And sometimes it will.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's that heart connection too, when you kind of stop for a minute and you literally feel your heart energy pull out and grab that other person's heart energy, and it attaches. It completely changes. It completely shifts, where you're both actually like touching each other's heart for a minute. And I was like, whoa, like I see you. I literally saw that something was wrong, but I couldn't quite figure out what it was. And then he just melted. And I was like, wow, crazy.
Wow.
That's
Linda,
awesome.
Did you have something you wanted to share?
Yeah. I mean, I've been spending time with my husband's family this week and last week, and there's been a few tense moments and whatnot. And I did a lot of driving, and I remember getting behind the wheel of the car, and I could feel the tension in the car. And I basically took my heart and I tried to expand the heart energy, just put love into the car, and it was really interesting to watch the energy shift, and everybody was like, okay, I could feel the tension sort of releasing. It was nice. It was nice.
Okay. So the heart, when it's getting hard, I think what Linda and Heather are teaching us so profoundly is drop into the heart. Let the heart do the leading. Let the heart do the speaking. The heart is like a motor that comes out your throat chakra. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Anybody else have anything in this ilk they want to share?
Well, I just love hearing how powerful love is and just being reminded of that, that it really is the preeminent force for all growth, healing, and change. And, your license plate of forgiveness, I mean, come on, are you kidding me?
Hit me over the head with it.
Well, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We're sometimes a little slow on the uptake, all of us, myself included. But it's great that this, the awareness of how powerful love is walking with everyone here. And I just appreciate the reminder. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap up with some heart energy out into the world. And if you're watching us live, please join us. And if you're watching the replay, please join us. Remember, Spirit does not care a thing about time or space. Let's just drop into our hearts. Take a deep breath. In your heart space is your God self. There lives unconditional love, unconditional compassion, total faith in yourself, in others, in God. And over the next few breaths, just sink deeper and more completely into your heart. Touch that unconditional piece of you. Let it tremble, wake up, radiate throughout your body. Let yourself have it. This is your most authentic expression. And you get to live here as much as you choose, or as little as you choose. Thank you, Divine Spirit, for helping us find our way back to love. Thank you, Divine Spirit, for helping us choose love and the heart every single day, every single moment. Help us take these messages from Divine Spirit, these holy transmissions out into our lives. Help us connect with each individual who we come into contact with from a place of love. Help us walk in faith and compassion, absolute trust in the divine unfolding, knowing that all is working in our favor. There's no right or wrong way to do this, just love. Just love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my beloveds. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for showing up today and being a part of this incredible container. Thank you, those watching and sharing. We had a couple of good comments of people sharing their stuff. Please go read that. And also visit the Bhava Spiritual Mission website, bhavamission.org. It is linked in the description of the video. Learn about us, learn about our community, learn about our programs. We are accepting applications for our Bhava certification program as well. Okay, Thank you, beloved. I love you. Love you.
So much love.